This B-roll shot of the Esports MK3200 Mechanical keyboard is brought to you by me, as no one is really paying me for this shit. Hey everyone, Mukul here. So the keyboard was recently sent to me for review, but as always expect nothing but a totally honest review with some bad puns here and there throughout the video, because that's what I do. The keyboard comes with a very basic packaging with some manuals and a keycap puller. It also came with a 500 rupees World of Warship coupon too. Not sure if that's for the complete game or as a discount. The keyboard has a good finish overall and weighs around 1 kilogram, which is definitely lighter than my Gigabyte K83 mechanical keyboard. The dimensions of this keyboard must be on your screen, and if it's not, sue me. The keys on these are Outemu blue mechanical switches, which are very reputed for the value they offer and are mostly treated as cheaper alternatives to the Cherry MX blue switches. The company here claims the lifespan of these keys is about 50 million keystrokes, so happy counting. The texture on the keys is just very slightly rough and not smoothly polished, which is good. The top area of the keyboard has an aluminium sheet with an almost complete matte finish, due to which it's less of a fingerprint magnet, but there will definitely be dark smudges over it. The base is plastic with a total of 6 rubber feet, which are inclusive of these 2 adjustable feet, which have grips when they are in the open state or closed. And these vacant slots in the front kinda clearly shows that the keyboard's shell is directly derived from the previous Esports keyboards, which came with a wrist rest on them. I'm not sure if you can find a compatible wrist rest that can be attached to this, but in case you ever find something, it will be there to happily gulp down that attachment with some attachments. The cable length at 1.5 meters might feel a bit short to some, but it is braided with fabric material over it. It is definitely light though, and the USB jack feels of good quality. For some reason, Esports has put 2 huge logos over the front of the keyboard so that you just don't freaking ever forget their name. The font selection on the keys is a bit gamery and might not be liked by everyone. I mean, some of the keys are definitely clear to read, but then there are some like the 6 key, which almost looks like a G. And this is the caps lock key, so all the best teaching kids how to type on this keyboard. Even though there were ample spacing above these num and caps lock key indicators, they somehow just decided to write only NCS over them in an odd font, which made no sense as this really hurts the overall aesthetics of the keyboard in my opinion. You can perform a host of commands by holding the FN key and the corresponding function key to control your media, or to launch a calculator to check how much poorer you got this month. You can also lock all the keys by the FN plus F12 combination, as we are too dumb to always remember cleaning the keyboard before we turn on our system. And the combination to lock the window key is set in a way so that you can't accidentally enable it, which is a problem I regularly face on my Gigabyte K83. The lights on this keyboard has enough brightness on them to be well lit even in a bright room. I truly had a good time looking at them and fell instantly in love at first sight. But like all bad failed relationships, these backlit keys also started showing their many colors and different faces. And by that I mean the many lighting modes the keyboard has, which can only be tweaked via the keyboard itself, as it has no soft side. And by the soft side I meant it doesn't have a compatible software to control the lighting on it. The FN plus insert key can help you toggle through the many color modes. For example, like you can light up a specific key as you type, and also the individual keys lighting up horizontally. You can also choose cross lit up of the lights, and the lights being scanned from left to right, the typical breathing animation, and the lights being completely still, and then absolutely no lights. If you ever plan to choose the no light option, the keys text is just moderately visible. It's neither too dim nor too bright like your typical non-LED keyboards. I just personally love the idea of having these many lighting modes on the keyboard, but soon got really irritated by the many different animation modes, as they were really distracting as I was working on the keyboard. So I finally stuck to the still mode, and I can control the brightness of it and the other modes by the FN plus arrow up and arrow down keys. But if you're someone who would want to see the lighting animate, then you can also adjust the speed at which it does with the FN plus left and right arrow keys. And the lighting on it looks even nicer from a distance, which is perfect for someone who has long frigging arms and can sit apart from the keyboard to type on the keyboard for some odd reason. So yeah, the lighting on the keyboard, even without having a software, is extremely customizable, which is brilliant to have on a budget mechanical keyboard with such good switches on it. The keys do sound a bit different to my Gigabyte K83 keyboard, which has the original Cherry MX Blue switches. Here is a sound test and comparison between the two. I feel the sound these make are a little more trebly in comparison to the original Cherry MX Blue switches. So yeah, you can say both of these switches are extremely clicky, and the noise both of these make overall is more or less the same. But I did feel these keys just take a little less pressure for a key activation as compared to the original Cherry MX keys, which is on my Gigabyte keyboard. So that means your key taps might feel a bit faster in those gaming sessions, and also for typing a lot of stuff that you hate typing in your regular life, which is also known as the job which you might hate like the million others. I have been using this keyboard for almost 15 days now, and I have nothing but truly enjoyed the use of it in both gaming and working with it. On top of that, it actually looks great in my opinion, with or without the backlit keys turned on or off. And for the price of just 2600 Indian rupees, which is the Amazon price, I will post the links in the description. Well, I don't think it can get more value than this. I can easily and highly recommend this to any of my friends who might want to buy a mechanical keyboard in the future. It is actually that good. They do only have 1 year of warranty though, so that could be a letdown for many of us who has been spoiled by Logitech's 2 years of warranty on most of their products, especially the keyboards. But sadly, anything from them with even remotely similar switches will cost almost twice the cost. So yeah, this is about it. Do leave a like and sub with the bell if this video helped you in any way. That helps me a lot to grow. Yeah, it's simple math. That's all for today. MewBot out.